Hello everyone, Fluffy here. Well, here in Texas it's 4:34 in the morning, and let me tell you, I look and feel what I always say, like a busted can of biscuits. I had a really rough night tonight. Yesterday, um, remember I said that we were going to dinner yesterday with our son, daughter-in-law, our grandbaby, and then our daughter-in-law's brother. We went to eat to the all-you-can-eat buffet, Chinese buffet. You know how I am with Chinese food. And so we went, and of course, I always eat too much, and I go holding my stomach, and the wife will go, "You did it again, didn't you?" No. Well, the problem now I think I mentioned one day in one of my mukbangs about how I used to be able to eat just double whatever I had was eating that day. I really can't remember at this moment which video that was. That I was shocked that I couldn't eat more because, I could out eat most people. And so we went yesterday. Well, my problem and y'all, I could probably do videos on all the crap that's wrong with me, just that alone, without family stories. But I have a hernia, and it's on my left side, real close to the belly button, as most of them are. And went to have it looked at years ago, but the doctor that I spoke with said that he refused to do the surgery because I was too heavy. I was too fat, but he didn't use those words. But he said it very diplomatically, but that's what it boiled down to. And his concern was because I was already so big that in order to fix a hernia is when your intestine kind of goes through your muscle wall. That's part of it. And so that's how he explained it to me anyway. And in order to fix it, they'd have to put a piece of mesh. Well, because there's pressure in my gut, he said the hernia would come out somewhere else, and he was afraid that it would come out to the edge of the mesh, and the constant in and out and rubbing would make a hole in the intestine, and then I would get sick. And I don't remember how I found out, because I got a second opinion, and he also said the same thing. So that just the week prior, this first surgeon that refused to do the surgery on me lost a patient just for those reasons. So anyway, I have to live with it. And I think now, because I'm so sedentary, that my muscle wall on my stomach has weakened. So to a certain extent, the hernia stays out, to some degree. And I think it kind of blocks sometimes, not all the way, but I think it's like when I eat a lot of food and the food gets to the hernia area, it has a hard time passing through. I hope I'm saying it in a non-gross way. And last night, all that food I ate just kind of settled at the top part of my stomach, and oh my God, my hernia came out, and it was so painful. And I just went to go soak in the tub. I love my baths. They solve everything, just about, hoping that it would relax what stomach muscles I have left in my back. And then I went to dry off and laid in the bed with the fan, and I felt so awful. I just kind of fell asleep. And before I fell asleep, though, I got this urge to, so I ran in the bathroom, and it was horrible. And it took forever for that hernia to go back in. I'd push it back in, and that's a really gross feeling. If any of y'all can relate, hernia, you push it back in. It's like the first time I ever did it, I was like grossed out for hours. You're not supposed to be able to feel like that with a body part. It's just not. It's just not normal. So it just wouldn't go in. So I had to lay on my side with a pillow, lay on my back, and my porcito, he's out here with me now. He's underneath this thingy. He likes to be under the covers. And normally when I get out and let them out, we go right back to bed. But so he's like looking at me all kinds of crazy. And so he's like, fine, if we don't go to bed, I'm going to get underneath here now. So this is the aftermath. The stomach still is very tender. It's got me gun shy. That's why I've got some ice water and sipping on a Sprite. So no food, not even to munch on while we're talking. I wanted to do a mukbang today. God dang it, I want to get those BLTs done because I just really have a hankering for BLTs. But right now, I just really, if I do a mukbang today, later on today, I've got a big old watermelon I could cut up. The wife said she'd do it, but there it sits on the kitchen table. Still not cut up. Her intentions were good. So I guess I'll go ahead and cut it up. And while I'm doing so, oh, excuse me, y'all. Oh, that wasn't polite. I'll do the mukbang while I'm cutting it up. I'll set up in the kitchen like I did before. I have a giant cutting board, and I've seen some of the mukbangers have it, and I'll bet you they got it at IKEA like I did. It's this huge thing, and you'll see it. It was only $20. Of course, I made the mistake of not curing it because it's uncut, it's untreated wood, and because I didn't treat it, I bought the oil and everything. That's just how it works in this house. Bought the oil and everything to treat it, to cure it, to seal it, and it's specially designed for wood and stuff that you're going to eat on, so it's non-toxic. But hope the bubbles don't make me nauseous. But Sprite's supposed to settle your tummy. But just probably do a lot of burping, and that's so unladylike to me. But what was I saying? Oh, I had treated it. I didn't treat it. So when I used it and then washed it, the water kind of warped it a little bit, but it's still usable. And I've seen a lot of the mukbangers, at least two or three that had it. I think Tien Lee used it at one point, and I forgot who else. I'm like, oh, that's IKEA. That's IKEA. But so how do you think I'll do that? And does that qualify as a cooking mukbang? People have really asked me to do one, and I kind of halfway did it with the Alfredo. At least you saw me take it off the stove, and it was steaming and all of that. I'll get closer. Oh, I don't have any Tums because I don't hardly use it. But last night was bad. Oh, I felt like that with my hernia in such a long time, and I won't do that again. I told the wife, well, I'm going to tell her that if y'all go to all-you-can-eat buffet again, I just won't go because I don't know how not to eat a bunch, and the buffets are expensive, and I can't justify paying that much money for just one plate of food. I'm sorry, I just in my brain, I just can't do that. So, hang on just a second, y'all. All right, back. I know blowing your nose is a natural thing, and I just can't do it. I find it rude in front of the camera. So, bad enough I have to sniff, but it's just can't justify it. So, I'd rather go to a more luxurious restaurant and pay the same amount for a really, I'm not saying that the Chinese buffets aren't good. Hello, I ate to the point that I was miserable all last night, but I hope you know what I mean by that. So there's an Indian restaurant. God, I love Indian food. It's called the Red Onion Bistro. It's the only one in this town, and it is so flippin' good. Prices are a little high, but it's worth it. It's worth the money. The waiter, there's only one waiter in that whole restaurant, and he keeps everybody full with drinks. I mean, he's got busboys that help him, but he doesn't write anything down. We hadn't gone there. We went last month. Our daughter took us, and we went. What the hell is this month? August. We went in July, and we hadn't been for several months because it's kind of pricey. And he knew. He knew all our drinks. So you're the diet, you're the tea, and you're... So he knew. So I really liked that. He's even when my daughter and my wife were unsure of what to get, he said, "Don't worry, I know what you like. I'll have the cooks. I'll have the cook you up something special." And they did, and they were delicious. And when we got the receipt, of course, it shows what you paid for, and those items were not on the menu, so it wasn't like he said it and then just picked something else off the menu. So we really, first time we went, The waiter was very understanding, very patient. We told him we'd never eaten Indian food before, asked a lot of questions, and he was kind enough to, tell us, like in Korean food, everybody knows bulgogi and japchae. They're very, very safe dishes to eat, or chicken wings. You know what I mean? Not as exotic as something like kimchi soup or things like that. So beef bulgogi is very safe. It's like grilled beef. And so he would tell us some of the easier dishes that a lot of people eat when they eat Indian food. And then he suggested that we come sometime during lunch, because then they serve a buffet. And that way you can try different foods without ordering a dish and then you hate it. And then you've wasted your money. So he was very nice, and we enjoy going there. So I'd rather spend that money going there than, the price of a buffet, and then you only get one plate. So, but anyway, I don't know what else to say. It's 4:45 a.m. I thought I'll vlog, tell people I feel like shit. That ought to make their day. What was I thinking? I told my wife what I titled the last video. She's like, what? Because I told her, I said, wife drives getaway car. She goes, what? I said, you remember when we went camping and you left me high and dry? Oh, excuse me. She starts grinning. You told him that story? I'm like, yeah. And our son was like, Mom, you ditched her? She's like, I didn't mean it. That. See, this way you can see my eyes. See, it's swollen. I don't sleep well. It's kind of swollen. It's probably from Ralph and, everything. You put pressure on everything. I really hate vomiting, y'all. I mean, nobody likes it, but I'm talking, I hate it. Oh, this is one of my favorite shirts. Prisoners in Texas wear all white, so I really have an aversion to white. But when I first got this, it was nice and crisp, and I don't know if you can see it. I can't wear it out anymore. Yeah, you can barely see the stains. See them? The last time this shirt was completely clean, I took it to my mother's, and, I got the lecture about how, I'm 53 years old, and I should be able to clean my own clothes, and she's like a miracle stain remover. And, I mean, secretly, I think she enjoyed me needing her, with that, and she got it real clean, and then I went and screwed it up, and she said, either that or wear a bib, because what these stains are kimchi soup. And the last time I wore it to eat there, we hadn't planned on eating it. So, and I had it all over. It looked like a design, and there was a bunch of older Korean women at one table, and I had to get up and go get a refill on my drink, so I had to bypass them, and they're looking. I said, I know, kimchi jjigae. So then they all offer me their advice. You need to get some bleach, and you need to put a bib. And I said, you know what? My wife says that all the time. How do they know what I need? Just kidding. So, my God, I look like extra special cannabis, busted cannabis, because look at that. Jeez Louise. Y'all don't watch this. Delete it. Strike it from your brain, because I'm going to upload it. Guess I'm sick that way. Oh, so anyway, just wanted to let you know what's coming ahead. I'm determined to make those BLTs, but now I'm kind of gun shy because we don't have turkey bacon, and I love the pig bacon, the real pork bacon, and I've got those ciabatta rolls that I want to eat before they get moldy, and just one big honkin' sandwich, but I'm just kind of scared with my, maybe I'll do 3 videos in a day. Have the watermelon early when I get up and cut that up and film, and then maybe later in the evening before the wife gets home do the BLTs. I don't know. How long did it take me to do? What else did I want to do? And it took me flipping forever. Oh, the no talk. Meanwhile, 3 regular videos later, I did the no talk. So anyway, I appreciate everybody starting to comment on my videos. It's really nice to read. It's one thing for me to talk to y'all, but the comment section is where you can talk to me, and I really, really appreciate all the positive comments. I really enjoy that. I'm helping people, and I'm glad, you know, I thought, who am I to impact someone? You know, just little old fat girl having to stay at home. But I'm really happy. I'm really happy I can do that for y'all, and y'all impact me too. Feels like you're sitting in my living room and we're just yakking, you know. I love yakking, as you can tell. Even when I feel like cockadoodie, and I feel like cockadoodie right now. That this too shall pass, and know what they say. So anyway, I feel it running, so I've got to get off here so I can blow my nose again. Cheers, everyone. I hope everybody has a really happy Saturday. Don't feel too bad for me. I did it to myself. I should have known better, and that's it. That's the last of it, so I won't do that again. Anyway, God bless everybody. Positive vibes out to everyone out there. Once again, thank you for visiting my channel and coming into my living room, especially even though it's this morning, it's to gripe about my tummy. So anyway, bye.